Hello everyone, it's Brandon here from the Pilot Stud channel. In today's video I'm talking about the 737 MAX as we have some new previews of the wonderful external model of the 737 MAX by iFly coming soon to Microsoft Flight Sim. We're also talking about FSWeekend, which is Europe's biggest flight sim event, and plenty more. So if you like the sound of that, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with everything Microsoft Flight Sim. And of course, if you've already subscribed, you're absolutely awesome. You don't need to do anything except enjoy this video. On that note, let's get right into it. Now first off, I'm going to start this video by showcasing a wonderful little bit of freeware you can pick up off flightsim.to, of course for free on PC. Now this is the A10 Thunderbolt 2, affectionately known as the Warthog, a military aircraft quite a few of you will be familiar with as it is quite iconic. Now here in Microsoft Flight Sim, if you can believe it, this is actually a Flight Sim X convert, with the original model being based on a piece of FSX payware by Iris Simulations, who in fact themselves have made quite a few aircraft for the sim. It's been converted over and released on flightsim.to by a chap or lady called Aviator 971. Now make no mistakes, this does not feel like a convert at all. Admittedly, nothing in the cockpit is clickable, but the cockpit itself is more than fitting for the sim. The flight model has obviously been worked on, it flies great, and the sounds of the aircraft, my goodness, are so bloody good. While you cannot operate the Gatling gun, it is a really fun jet to fly about in. Aircraft specific animations also feature from the refueling door to the canopy and boarding ladder, so that's all very nice. Now the A10s themselves used to fly in my part of the world in real life a few years before I was born, so it's nice to recreate something I missed. A big thanks to the creator, the original creators. They've all done an exceptional job. It's always nice to see converts pop back up. Half the time they're not very good, but sometimes you get real gems like this one. As always, it's linked down below. Now before we move on to the 737 MAX, it's time to talk about a big flight sim event. Okay, so for the next segment I'll be talking about Flight Sim Weekend. FSWeekend is a 2-day long Flight Sim Expo being held at Lelystad Aviodrome, a 40-minute or so drive outside of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Now this is a 2-day event which should bring thousands of Flight Sim enthusiasts and av geeks and dozens of exhibitors together in one place under one or two roofs at an air museum. It looks like a superb event. It's been running for decades. It looks like this year might be their biggest year, and indeed I'll be there on the ground bringing all the Flight Sim news from the event. Key exhibitors include PMDG, Fly-by-Wire Simulations, Next Level Racing, Thrustmaster, Turtle Beach and plenty more, so it really is a massive Flight Sim event. Now long-time viewers of the channel will know that last year I visited Houston to go to FS Expo and I brought all the news there, including an exclusive preview of the Fly-by-Wire Simulations A380, as well as a go at Beyond ATC, which has been hitting the headlines in the Flight Sim world recently. So I hope to replicate the success of FS Expo with FSWeekend and bring all the Flight Sim news from that event. It is ridiculously cheap to get into the event because it is included, get this, in the price of museum admission, so that is a big plus there. I think it ends up being less than €20 per day. Of course you get access to the air museum as well, which is a nice perk, and as you can see from the photos on your screen, it looks absolutely awesome. I won't just be going there to report on all the FS news. I will be having a great time myself, and hopefully with that I'll get to meet many of you guys. So do let me know if you're going to FS Weekend, a few weekends away at Lelystad in the Netherlands. I really can't think of anything better to do in the Netherlands, of course. I'll see you guys there. Now you all know I like to keep you informed on up and coming projects for Microsoft Flight Sim, and recently I've started talking about the iFly 737 MAX 8 for Microsoft Flight Sim. Now in spite of the terrible, tragic start of the 737 MAX in real life, the 737 MAX in the sim should prove to be a very popular add-on, although I doubt iFly will include an option for an exploding door panel. That being said, they are working on a high-fidelity 737 MAX, and as you can see on your screen right now, we've got some very good previews of it in the Microsoft Flight Sim hangar. Now this will be iFly's first release for the sim, but they have an exceptional reputation from their past work on older sims. It's still somewhat early days for this airliner. It's only been confirmed for PC so far, with an Xbox or Marketplace release remaining undecided. One thing is for sure, in the bright lights of the Microsoft Flight Sim hangar, this jet is looking very good. The team also clarify that this aircraft is not yet in beta and systems are still in an elementary stage of development. I will certainly keep you updated on this airliner project. I'm sure it may knock PMDG into gear because they are also working on a 737 MAX. And finally, for all you Fenix enjoyers, which does include me, today is a big day. Anytime now, maybe when you're watching this video, the Fenix A320 Block 2 will be released. This is a massive free update to the much loved high fidelity airliner that will add plenty of features to the aircraft, from GSX integration that works out of the box to the coveted IAE engine option, which of course opens up a new engine model, dynamics, sounds, and for those of you that like to fly certain airlines such as BA or Wizz Air, you'll now of course be able to select the correct realistic aircraft type. It also includes an improved external model that should be optimised for looks as well as performance, as well as a rewrite of the electronic flight bag, again focusing on performance as well as loading times. There's also flight model improvements and simulation of abnormal engine situations such as compressor stalls and engine flameouts, which you can hear a preview of on the Fenix team's Block 2 preview video. Take a quick listen. Now my list isn't everything, it's just the highlights from my possibly biased perspective of what stokes my interest. It should be out anytime now. I will of course be taking a look at this update in depth later on, so keep an eye out for the videos I make about that. Of course, all the progress they make on the A320 can be rolled into their work on the A319 and A320, so for the life cycle of the Airbus aircraft, for Fenix, any updates on the A320 is of course fantastic. If you've tried out Block 2, if it's out yet, let me know how it is. I hope and imagine it is absolutely superb. And I think, my friends, that's all we have time for today. Okay, so there we have it, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, do be sure to like, comment and subscribe. It's much appreciated. Who will be going to FS Weekend? Do let me know in the comments down below. On that note, I wish you happy flying. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.